Alright guys, I made a mistake. So I did a lot of coding, a lot of stuff, and then I realized I did it again. Rather than, except this time, it's the other way around. I captured audio. No, I captured video, but not audio. So, all I ended up doing was debugging all of this. My alien shroom finally died, and it just disappeared completely. So now I put a mushroom here to do that. And to go over the entire process again, I think I figured out exactly how to do this. The way the code was, it refertilized everything, but it did something weird in that I needed to keep an eye on this slot, the arm slot, because it wasn't perfect at keeping up with. It was not perfect at keeping up with just how much it was. So what I am going to do again is I am going to take you. Split you in half. Put you in here. So that I can basically redo that test to show off what it was. So, yeah, you missed a lot of that, unfortunately, because I was muted. I'm a ding-dong at times. So I added these two lines to check to see if slot 1 was occupied and how much quantity was left in slot 2. And I made it so that so long as it was greater than 2, so that means 3 or more, it would not try to replant. And I did some checks, some logic and stuff and things. I was about to do the whole thing again, but then I realized that I needed to check to make sure that I was okay. So let's re-put this up. Fertilize. Go to the end here, step 10. I really crunched the lines. You know, I barely have enough lines to do this. I redid the whole fertilize. Yeah. So it'll fill it up. It'll get fertilizer. It's gonna put it in there. It's gonna go on its merry way. And unfortunately, because I was not paying attention, I'm not entirely sure. Where's you gonna start? See, it was gonna get that one too. That's why I did 2. Because this could have been a plant that I didn't want to lose. It's gonna do this thing. It's gonna get filled up. It's gonna go. Oh, yep. Now it's dying. Ha 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 ha. It's gonna finish that out. And once it's done with that, it's gonna go and drop off the fertilizer back in there. And that would officially finish my Larry script. Like I said, unfortunately, because I muted myself, it was hard to get all the parts. Because again, it messed up. Now I want to wait for this to die so I can hopefully this shows like a dead plant. There we go. Unfortunately, this is gonna have my fertilizer be in really weird spots like this. I don't think that that's going to be an issue because of the way that my logic is. It's just going to keep trying to fill up the Larry hand. What are you? 49? So yeah, my alien shroom died, and now I'm trying to kill normal shrooms. Because I don't know how I can just not kill any of these other plants. Other than to remove the hydroponics or the grow light and let it die from lack of lighting. So one thing that I did notice is as it's dying, the health is dropping slowly to 0, and the damage is going up to 1. But because the alien shroom literally ceased to exist, I have no idea whether this will stay at 1 if the plant stays dead, or if it just, this becomes a different number. Because I have occupied, growth of 1, seeding another 1. If I could find a good state for dead, I can use that, because that's the last thing I need to check. Where was it? Drop off. Harvest, harvest. Harvest, nope. Check. See, I'm checking the health. I don't know if that's the correct state to check. And yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna be wrapping up. I just want to check to see what that looks like at the end, and it won't take too long to die. And I'm gonna go on ahead and hit this to step 0. I'm fairly confident that it'll do what I want it to do now. So just gonna have to go regrow through the fertilizer. This has been an interesting project to program this Harvest Larry. I wonder if I would have had the similar issue with the Harvey, but the difference between the Harvey and the Larry is that the Larry can actually go into other places. The Harvey would just kind of just sit there doing nothing for a good long time until it's ready to pick the plant and then do it. I have to come up with a good shoot network for getting the seed out, getting the plant out, re-adding the seed, re-adding fertilizer, and having it do the thing. And the fact that I had to do a complicated shoot network for that is kind of what turned me off to it, and I didn't want to do that. The Larry kind of simplified things when the devs teased it. Only because, it's on a rail, of course, but it can go and pick up stuff, which means that I could have a dedicated slot for seeds or plants. My original intention with the normal Larry arm, and I haven't done much tests with it, is I don't think it could harvest multiple plants or multiple slots from a plant. And so I was planning on having multiple import slots, export slots, and just to have it go between them to grab the seeds that it need, drop off the plants somewhere, and come back. But it was going to take a while because, if I remember right, it was just going to grab one plant, need to drop it off, go back, grab a plant, drop it off, and repeat that. And then have enough of a good memory to know this slot, now that it's empty, needs this plant. It needs to go to this specific bin for seed, grab a seed, go and plant it. But then the tough thing is, again, I don't think it could hold stacks very well. So we need to grab exactly one seed. And, I was going to do that. I know it's going to be a coding adventure to do that. I feel comfortable that I could have done it. So I was going to go do that. But then, looking at the beta, how the hydroponics Larry was going to come, it's just going to massively simplify that process. And just from the little peaks of the data that I saw, I realized that it would be a very worthwhile thing to program for this. Simplifies it. It could stack the plants. It had 2 slots. Overall, just was going to be a much simpler solution. And it was not going to be as crazy. Alright. It's almost dead. Once it's dead, what are you going to be at? Okay. It just disappears from existence again. No. No. I need to... Oh, I need to jury rig a plant to die. I guess that makes sense. Why do mushrooms not stay there? Great. Alright. Let's have you going. Since this is the wrap-up. So it's gonna grab fertilizer. It's gonna go and start trying to fertilize. Again. So this is the thing. When I remove that... See, it caught it at that point, but... it was not really doing a good job of catching it before. It would actually go and try to plant a fertilizer in another spot. And I didn't need it to be doing that because that's not a good sign. It would have, with the test that I did, if it was missing a spot when I was trying to fertilize it, it will actually harvest something when it shouldn't be. Well, that's ready to be harvested already. It's thriving. So it's gonna go, it's gonna drop this off, and it should start right back over here. Again, because that's the last thing I needed to check. Alright. Always just look at the data configuration. Where are you going? Setting is 44. Station 44. Oh. Alright, before I sign off, we're gonna watch this thing do its job. I expect it to not harvest you. I expect to harvest you. Leave all of you alone. And harvest the rest of these. Except for y'all. This is kind of exciting, and then I gotta get the other side working. But first I gotta have to check these corn seeds to see which ones I'm gonna keep genetically altering. And you're gonna harvest that one. Yeah. This is so satisfying to watch. It's gonna drop it off once. It's gonna come back and replant. Okay. Leave it alone. 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 Leave it alone. Leaving it alone. Skip. Alone. Harvest. This is very satisfying. This is gonna take it a while. So what I want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and hatch another chicken. So I'm gonna need some eggs. Okay. So I think I need to throw away a lot of this food. Oh, right. Gotta take this off. This is not supposed to be my everyday suit. Okay. Egg. 35 and 45. Okay. Oh. Man, that almost sounded like a gunshot. So hopefully the steady supply of wheat like this is going to keep the chickens from dying. I need more eggs. I need to do a fridge cleanup because apparently I had a lot of food in there. Come on, you. Come on, baby chickies. This time I actually have a solution that could keep y'all fed. It takes about 1 minute for them. Well, leave them alone. They're gonna hatch. Let's go check on this thing, because it should be at the fertilization stage, right? Nope, it's still harvesting. And see, that's kind of the thing. I guess I don't mind that it's slow, because it's kind of it's checking 8 by 5, 40. It's checking 40 trays at once. And then it's got to refertilize 40 trays, and then goes through the checks again. And the fact that plants take a while to grow. I mean, look, these are already at seeding. That's fine. They'll be grabbed next time. Alright, chickens should be hatched by now. And so this kind of leads me to a good point. So, like, next, you know, I'm going to be... Why aren't they hatching? They hatched, guys. Oh. Can these burn? Alright, chickies, you have wheat. You have more coming. Oh, good. The water is cooling down enough that I'm 28 Celsius in the base. Ugh. Wonder if these can burn. Shell? Whatever. We're gonna see. Sweet, they can. Alright. One thing that I've noticed is that when I changed my rocket to be mining off of richness, it actually made it so much harder for it to come back and restock my stuff. Because I need to manage it better. That's kind of a problem. Because I don't have as much stuff going on. It's gonna be literally raining food for them. I wonder how well this farm can keep them alive. So this is actually kind of working. It's a little bit slow, but that's fine. I think I'm okay with that, to be honest. These are ready to be harvested next time. I don't know what to do with these wheat seeds. While that's happening, let's go check on the rocket. I think one of my ore miner rocket is basically waiting for more instructions. Because the scanner rocket is waiting for instructions. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Scanner rocket is... Yeah, you're waiting for instructions. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. And the hard part about that is... ore mining rocket, you got very low battery. That one is done. But you're not really mining it because of the way that I told you to do that. And see, that's the thing. I only have 13. So it's really not a lot of gold. Don't know that I want to send you to these. Probably should. 333 11 20. one of the things I noticed is that fuel tank being low is actually kind of bad, so... let's see. Ore miner, main housing. Import. I think I had fuel level be fairly low last time. It actually barely didn't make it. So minimum fuel, I think I need to be 550 for that. So that if this fuel tank gets below 550 liters, it's gonna want to come back home. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Actually, just to be safe, I said 550. Let's do 625. So that gives me at least 10,000. Yeah, because it's 400 second. No, let's do 725. 700. I might be overthinking it, to be honest. Yeah, let's do 650. Where are you at? Yeah, this is kind of where I'll get concerned. When the thrust is low dropping, it's a concerning amount. So maybe 700 liters is a good safety margin. Yeah, let's do 700. I mean, it barely returned home once. Let's ensure it comes back. Because I want it to come back from the furthest reaches. And as it is right now, it probably might not make it there. But I'd rather it come back home and land safely. The only reason the other times it never ran out is because I had to go there and mine unto completion when it wasn't spending fuel. Which, you know, worked. Ooh. Thinking about it, I can watch the Harveys from here, right? It's actually satisfying to watch. Okay. With that done, I can get the other Harvey done at my own time. Maybe that was too much. 650. So, next time when I return, I might do some more offline work, and I'm going to probably fully enclose that, so that I can then begin testing the repressurization of the hangar. Let's see if we can get Trader Karen to come out. She's been waiting in there long enough. Literally no service. Haha. So yeah. When we return, hopefully I'll have that enclosed so that we can see the logic for Alright, you chickens, you have quite a lot of wheat. I swear. If you starve yourselves to death when you have literal wheat raining from the sky, I don't know what else to do with y'all. I just don't know what else to do with y'all. Add 6. See how long that lasts. I'll enclose that hangar. I'll figure out how to get the logic working for locking the door and getting in and out. And see how much of a stress that takes on my hot water system to do that. Yep. I feel like I did a good amount of job. Alright. We'll see you next time. And maybe I'll actually get the other Harvey going too, so that I can plant stuff in the greenhouse and have a steady supply of food coming in. Alright, see y'all later, and oops.
Cognition critical.
See y'all when I return.
Cognition low.
Bye.